turned red. And I was like, oh no. Lindsay, Carney, and I'm based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Thank you all so much for having me on this awesome weekend yoga fest. It's really an honor to be a part of something where we can all be together all over the country. So that's super awesome. We're going to be doing a flow, so a Vinyasa flow tonight. I will be demonstrating different levels, so if you at any time want to level up, if you want to level down, if you want to get into child's pose or shavasana at any time, this is your practice. So just take the steps you need, and I'll be just going through everything with you guys. I do not have my playlist set up, unfortunately. I'm on my phone, so I couldn't really share it. But I do welcome if you want to turn on some music in the background, get some jams going, go for it. Yep. So we are going to start on our mats in child's pose. So just come on down to your mat. You're gonna reach your hands out in front of you. Spread your knees wide, hips back towards your heels. And go ahead and start to just settle into your space. So go ahead and lean on back. Hope you guys can see me okay. Awesome. Go ahead and start to melt into your mat. With every exhale you take, send your hips back towards your heels just a little bit further. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Really press your fingertips into your mat as well as the top of your toes. Allow your breath to slow down. Have your eyes shut. And begin to settle. Allow your lungs to fill slowly. Exhale out all the stagnant air. Inhale, fill your lungs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Open mouth, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, fill your lungs, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Open mouth, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one together. Inhale, fill your lungs. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Take one extra sip of air. Seal your lips. Exhale through your nose. Allow your breath to travel to the 4 corners of your lungs, down into your stomach. Shift your air into in between each vertebrae in your spine. We'll be here for a few more breaths. Allow your breath to deepen even further, making it more active breathing. Pick up all 10 fingers and place each finger pad into the mat one at a time. Pick your toes up, wiggle your toes, and press the tops of your feet in your mat, making it active. Rock your forehead side to side, awaken your third eye. Bring your forehead back to center. Inhale, fill your lungs. Open mouth, let it out. Inhale, travel to a tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. You have options to keep your tops of your toes on your mat, or you can tuck your toes, whatever's more comfortable for your feet. As you inhale, bring your chest forward, gaze up, belly towards your mat. Exhale, spine to the ceiling, chest to your chin. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale, chest forward, open through your collarbones. Exhale, spine to the ceiling, chest to chin compression. Take a few of these cat-cows on your own. Find whatever movement's really speaking to you. Inhale, open. Exhale, chin to chest. Find a few circles here, open through your side bodies, through your rib cage. This might be your first yoga practice of the day or your fifth. It is a YogaFest. Really find what's feeling good to your body. If you want to open through the bottoms of your feet, just tuck your toes slightly and just shift your heels and your hips back. Come back to your tabletop. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, spine to ceiling. Find a neutral tabletop. Glance down at your hands. Begin to rotate them out sideways. And you can go as far back as you want. If you feel that your fingers can only make it halfway there, that's totally fine. Once you feel comfortable with your stretch, begin to rock back and forth gently, really opening through your wrists. You can go side to side. Glance down at your right hand, bring your right hand back forward, and then your left to meet your right. Glance down at your right hand, flip your palm so your fingers are pointed back towards your knee. Make a ball fist with your shape. Open the top part of your forearm. Release your right hand, tuck your left palm, fingers back, palm up. Make a ball fist with your hand. Bring your hands back to center. Inhale, draw your chest forward. Exhale, spine to ceiling. Glance down at your hands. Inhale, draw your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread your needle, draw your right shoulder down to your mat. Press the top of your right hand onto the mat. You have the option to reach your left hand forward. Find a tent with your hand. If you're working on balance or want a little extra stretch, press your left foot back, heel towards the back of your mat. If you want a little extra balance, lift your leg. And as you inhale, draw everything back to center, unwind, reach your right hand back up. And find your tabletop, this time left hand high. Exhale, thread your needle. Lower your left shoulder to your mat. You can find the same or opposite stretch on this side as the other. Reach your right hand forward, tense your fingers, and if you want that little extra stretch, press back through your right heel with a straight leg. And if you want a little balance, lift through your right side. Inhale, start to unwind. Bring your left hand towards the ceiling and find your tabletop. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, find your cow. Plant your right hand onto your mat. As you inhale, reach your left hand forward and press your right leg straight back. Really engage your core, tuck your belly button towards your spine. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your elbow to your knee. Engage your heel towards your glute. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Squeeze your heel up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Pause here. Squeeze your heel towards your glute for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen. Lower your left hand to the mat. Press the tops of your right toes on your mat. Swivel your right arm up towards the ceiling, opening through your side body. And as you inhale, bring your right palm towards the front of your mat. Really feel that stretch here on your right side. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let your right palm move forward. Inhale, bring your right hand back up, lower your right hand to your mat, and this time swivel your right leg to a 90-degree angle and tuck your back toe and send your hips back towards your heels. Feel that stretch on the inside of your thigh. Inhale, come back forward, find a tabletop. This time, reach forward with your right hand, press your left heel straight back. You're gonna inhale, lengthen, strong core. Exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Flex your heel towards your glute. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. One more time, elbow to knee, pause here. Push your heel towards your glute for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale, lengthen. Lower your right hand to your mat. Press your left foot out as inhale, roll straight up. You can stack your arms here. And as you inhale, bring your left palm forward. This time you'll feel it on this side, your left side body. And as you stretch, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let your left palm come more forward. Inhale, left hand high. And bring your left hand down. Press your left leg out to a 90-degree angle. Tuck your back toes and send your hips back towards your heels. Feel the opening in your left inner thigh. Inhale, come back to your tabletop. Inhale, open through your collars, your collarbones. Exhale, spine to ceiling. Find your neutral tabletop. Glance down at your hands, tuck your toes, and as you inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, downward facing dog. This is your first downward facing dog of class. So let's walk your dog out just a little bit here. Pedal through your feet. Glance at your hands. See that they are no wider than shoulder width distance. Spread all 10 fingers wide. As you lift your hips back, you're going to send your shoulders away from your ears. Glance back at your feet. See that they are no wider than hip width distance. As you inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower your knees, hover above your mat. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, bring your hips up. And exhale, hover one more time. Inhale, bring your hips up. And this time, lower your heels to the right. You have the option to bring your left foot behind your right. Feel the opening on your side body. Inhale, come back to center. Lower your hips to, or your heels rather, to the left. Step behind your left with your right, if it's accessible to you. Bring your hips back to, your heels back to center. Glance at your hands and slowly tiptoe your way towards the top of your mat. Bring your hips over your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet about hip width distance apart. Find a slight bend in your knees. Grab for opposite elbow here and let your head hang heavy for ragdoll. Allow gravity to pull your shoulders and your head closer to your mat. You want to maintain a bend in your knees to really allow your top part of your body to just really open your vertebrae. You can sway side to side. Shake your head yes and no. Release your hands to your mat. Heel toe your feet back together. Bring your big toes to touch. Find that slight gap in your heel. As you inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Press through the crown of your head, creating a flat back for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl. Bring your heels off your mat. Bend. Hinge at your waist and bring your forehead to your knees. Allow the back part of your spine to open. If you want a little extra foot opener, you can just bring your heels down to your mat and then press them back up. Really open through the bottoms of your feet. And when you're ready, exhale, forward fold. Bend at your knees, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. And when you get to the top, roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. If you'd like to set an intention for class, this is the time to do so. If it's just to be here, to be present in this moment with all of our fellow yogis all across the country, that's awesome. Whatever speaks to you. We'll seal it with breath. Inhale, fill your lungs. Open mouth, exhale. Let it out. On your inhale, bring your hands up over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. You want to bring your shoulders over your wrists. You want to create one solid line of energy from the top of your head through your heels. Press your heels towards the back of your mat. If this is too much, if you feel any compression in your back, in your shoulders, you have the option just to lower your knees to your mat. You can keep your toes tucked or you can untuck your toes. Just be careful not to really dump into your shoulders. If you have a shoulder injury, that's not going to help it at all. Inhale, fill your lungs. Slowly exhale, lower all the way onto your mat. Keep your elbows close to your rib cage. Untuck your toes. Press your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, peel your chest off your mat. You can find little to no weight in your fingers, baby cobra. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, lower to your mat. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. On your exhale, press back up to your high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your hips and heels, tiptoe towards the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands overhead, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your high plank. Exhale, keep your elbows in, lower down slowly onto your mat, untuck your toes. Place your hands on either side of your mat. And as you inhale, peel your chest off your mat. Exhale, lower your right shoulder to your mat, gaze left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left shoulder down, gaze right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower down to your mat. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, press up to your high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward, travel to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to your mountain. Exhale, forward fold one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to your high plank. Exhale, slowly lower to your mat. We're going for our first upward facing dog. So just slide your hands down towards your rib cage. Press the tops of your feet onto the mat. As you inhale, really open up to your collarbone. Have the option to lift your legs up off of the ground if you want to be a little more engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward, travel to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up and sit into your chair. You're going to draw your knees together. Rotate your inner thighs towards one another. Keep your back straight and flat. Try not to really push through your butt. If this is too much to keep your hands up like this, you have the option to grab opposite shoulders or keep your hands at heart center. And sit a little deeper in your chair. Really fire up your thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Go through your flow. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take a pause here. If at any time through your flow, if you want to skip your chaturanga, if you want to skip the upward facing, just meet us here in a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Take a moment, keep your hips square to your mat. Flex your heel towards your back wall. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. And we'll go ahead, lower your left knee onto your mat. Here you have the option, if you have blocks readily available to you, go ahead and grab those. If you do not, that's okay. I've learned that if you just place your hands on your knees, it kind of gives you that little extra support. In your low lunge, go ahead, allow your left hip to melt towards your mat. You're gonna sit tall with your chest, the crown of your head. And as you exhale, press back to a half split. Once again, if you have your blocks, just travel with your blocks back. You're gonna flex your knee, your toe towards your knee. If you want to take a few nerve glides here, just point and flex for just a few. Inhale, travel to your low lunge. Inhale, back to high splits, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Remove your blocks. Place your hands on your mat. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. And when you're ready, jump forward so that your left foot meets your right forward foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Sit back into your chair. Inhale, sit a little deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, go through your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Lower your right knee to your mat. Once again, if you want to grab your blocks, you can. If not, place your hands on your hips. Might take you a moment just to come into this low lunge, and that's okay. Allow your right hip to soften. Sit tall in your crown. As you exhale, sit back to your half split. We're going to point and flex our toe here for some nerve glides. Inhale, come forward to your low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Bring your hands down to your mat. Tuck your toe and your knee. And when you're ready, bring your right foot to meet your left forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up and sit back into your chair. Inhale, sit a little deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Spiral your right foot back to a 90-degree angle. We're coming into our first warrior two. Take a few moments just to kind of bend to your front leg here. You want to gaze down at your right foot. You want to always be able to see your right big toe over your right knee. We're going to stack our shoulders through our hips, with our hips. Reach in opposite direction as if you can touch the front and the back of the room. And as you exhale, sit deeper into your warrior two. Pretend there's an imaginary string from your right pinky toe to your knee. You always want to kind of guide your knee forward. Inhale, sit a little deeper, and exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Bring your right arm up. And go ahead, you have the option to slide your left hand down your thigh, or you can find a bind. As you breathe, begin to draw your right hand back towards the back of the room. Inhale, fill. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward. Bring your right elbow to the inside of your right knee. Reach up with your left hand. And as you begin to inhale, reach your left hand more forward. Feel the opening in your side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it further. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach for a reverse triangle. Once again, high five the back wall. Exhale, chaturanga, frame your front foot. And go through your flow. Keep your elbows in towards your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Spiral your back foot to that 90-degree angle. Really press through both of your feet. You're going to lift through your chest and your hips. Create one solid line of energy here. And then go ahead, bend into your left front knee, your left front, your front knee. Make sure you can still see your left big toe over your knee. Reach through both of your fingers. And as you exhale, settle into your warrior two. Inhale, fill your lungs. And exhale, settle a little deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bring your left hand up. And you can find your bind with your right hand, or just keep your hands on your back thigh. That's okay. Maintain the integrity of this lunge. Inhale, fill your lungs, lift your hand further. And exhale, settle. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your left elbow to the inside of your left knee. Reach up with your right hand. Once again, glance down at your foot. Make sure your knee's still covering your ankle. And as you breathe, reach your right arm towards the front of your mat. You have the option to glance up, or you can just keep looking down at your foot. That's okay. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your right hand further. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Once again, find that bind. Reach up with your left hand, high five the back of your wall. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot, and go through your flow. Inhale, upward great-facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, let it out. Great. Look at your hands. Travel to the top of your mat. We're going to go through that flow twice. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Sit back deep into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Listen for change. Exhale, go straight to low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, flow. Keep your elbows in. Make sure your core stays really strong here. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga, find your flow. Once again, you have the option to just meet me in a downward facing dog. That's okay. Catch your breath, fill your lungs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold one more time through. Inhale, sit into your chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands. Elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, settle and be strong. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your triangle. And chaturanga. Cartwheel your hands. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Last side together, guys. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, chaturanga. Let's make this one count. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths here together. Catch our breath, inhale, fill. Open mouth, exhale, let it out. Inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, look at your hands. Let's tiptoe halfway. Let's bring our hands to meet our feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and make your way down onto your mat. Grab some water if you would like. A little thirsty. And when you're ready, go ahead, come on to sitting position. We're going to find our way onto our mat for some core. So go ahead and place the bottoms of your feet at the top of your mat. Cement them there. And when you're ready, reach your hands out in front of you. Slowly lower one vertebrae at a time. Try to make it so your feet don't move. They might slide with you, but that's okay. Bring your knees to your chest. We're gonna rock side to side. Just slowly. We wanna just really remove any space between your low back and your mat. You're kind of now cementing your heels to your mat. Once again, if you have a block here, you may use it. We're just gonna press this block between our feet. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Just really press your heels towards the top of the ceiling or towards the ceiling. We'll stay here. Once again, allow your hips to solidify with your mat. Flex your toes towards your face. Reach your fingers towards your toes. Inhale, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, draw your fingers towards your toes. You really want to lift your shoulders off of your mat. And then when you inhale, come back down. We're going to reach towards our toes and then come back onto our mat. So exhale, inhale. We're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Reach and hold. We're going to pulse it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Remove your block. Bring your knees to your chest. Allow your core to relax for just a second. You can rock side to side if you've lost or if you've created space between your hips and your mat. And this time, when you're ready, we're going to bring our knees over our hips. Reverse tabletop. Bring your hands behind your neck. Keep your elbows wide.
And when you're ready, you're gonna inhale, lift your chest, reach your right arm towards your left knee. Inhale, come back down to center. Exhale, exhale, left hand towards your right knee. Inhale, back to center. We're doing some oblique work. Exhale, inhale, back to center. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. You make a shushing noise as we do our obliques. It kind of works a little deeper into your core. We're gonna choose to do 6 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, hold and pause. We're gonna pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Give yourself a full body stretch. Bring your knees back to your chest. We're gonna rock and roll up the length of your spine. And we're gonna come to a seated position. You're gonna rock back slowly. We're gonna find each other in boat pose. Together, we're gonna lift our shoulders to our ears, to the back of the room, down, really open your chest here. You have the option to keep your feet on the mat. You have the option to bring your shins parallel with your mat. And if you wanna go for it, straighten your legs here. I'm gonna stay here. We're just gonna stay here for a moment. We're like work through our obliques, through our core. Press your chest open, it's a little higher. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your legs, roll forward, press back to a high plank. Exhale, lower down, all the way onto your mat. Inhale for an upward facing dog. Glance over your shoulders. Open through your core, feel that stretch in your belly. And when you're ready, tuck your toes. Exhale for a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Lower your left knee onto your mat. Untuck your back toes. Inhale, reach up. Bring your hands over your head. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist to the right. Glance back at your right thumb. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, open through your left. Glance back at your left thumb. Inhale, back through center. Once again, to the right. Exhale. Inhale, modified, exalted. Lower your right hand onto your thigh. Reach up with your left. If this is too much, you can always just kind of keep your hand here to your heart. It might look a little funny, but that's okay. Inhale, bring your hands back to center. Lower your hands, frame your foot. Exhale, press your back foot back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Lower your right knee to your mat. Untuck your back toes. You're gonna inhale, bring your hands up above your head. Really settle into this low lunge. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, twist left. Glance back. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, open right. Inhale, back through center. Inhale, back to your left. Pause here. Lower your left hand to your right thigh. Inhale, reach up. Once again, if this is too much, you can stay here. Inhale, bring your hands back up over your head. And exhale, frame your foot. Untuck your back toes. And down facing dog. Inhale, gaze towards your hands. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Reach up high. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press your hips back straight to a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. You have the option to do what we just did if you want to have a modified. If not, reach up for your first crescent lunge. You can place Place your hands on your hips, really swivel your hips so that you're square to the front of your mat. You want your back ankle, so your back heel over your back toes. Hopefully your balance is better than mine right now. Once again, glance down at your big toe. See that you can still see your big toe over your knee. As you inhale, bring your hands up over your head. And we're going to exhale, twist right, glance back, inhale back through center, inhale, twist left, inhale back to center, exhale, twist right, inhale, exalted warrior, lower your right hand to your left thigh. This time glance, see if you can try to glance up at your left hand. Inhale, bring your hands back over your head, look down at your foot, and as you exhale, frame your foot, press back to your three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Once again, place your hands on your hips, kind of swivel your hips. Get them square to the front. Once again, you have the option to lower down on that modified. Inhale, hands over your head. Really sit into your crescent lunge. Lift your back knee to the ceiling to really engage your thighs. Inhale, grow your hands. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, back to center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, lower your right hand. Inhale for your exalted. Glance up at your fingers. And when you're ready, bring your right hand to meet your left. Look down at your foot. Exhale, frame your foot. Press back to your three-legged dog. Lower your foot down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Walk your feet halfway up your mat. Bring your hands to meet your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Spread your feet about hip width distance apart. Pick up your right foot and slide your right hand underneath, palms up. And do the same on your left for gorilla pose. If this is something that's, not accessible to you, that's okay. You can always just take your peace fingers and wrap them around your toes. Make sure your knees are bent. We don't want to have straight legs just quite yet. In your gorilla, you're going to inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, draw your elbows out to the side. Lower your head to your mat. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Allow gravity to separate your vertebrae to release some of that compression. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet back to touch. Lean forward, fold. You guys are about to see my dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend at your knees. Inhale, rise, mountain. Lower your hands to your side. She came to say hello. She's just a little thing to say. And when you're ready, we're going to do a little bit of a balance really quick. So go ahead, really rock back on your heels and your toes. Find out four corners. Become more conscious of where your foot placement is here for just a moment. You're going to inhale, bring your hands over your head. Lower your right elbow to meet your right hip here, almost like you're serving a tray. Kick your right foot back and grasp the inside of your foot. You're going to inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, kick into your back hand to make your foot come higher, and then hinge forward. So it's more of a kick and then a hinge into dancer. Be conscious of your hips. Try to make sure your hips are still square to your mat. Exhale, release. Lower your foot to your mat. We're going to do the same on the other side. Inhale, bring your hands overhead. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Reach back, grab the inside of your left foot. Bring your knees close together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, kick. Kick and then hinge forward. If this is where you need to stay to work on balance, that's okay. If you really want to press yourself to your edge, go for it. And it's okay to fall. And you're also probably by yourself, so it's okay. There's no need to even be embarrassed. And go ahead, slowly release. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Shake your feet out. Let it go. Inhale, bring your hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, go through your flow, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, fly your arms back, lower your chest to your knee. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, fly. Hinge forward, fingertips back. Inhale, fly, or reach up. Exhale, fly. Inhale, reach up. Listen for change. Exhale, fly forward. Lower your knee just a little bit to hover, and then launch yourself forward. I'm gonna scoot back so I don't bump my head. But go ahead, launch yourself forward to warrior 3. You can keep your hands in an airplane. If it's more comfortable to bring the heart center, that's okay. Really press your heel to the back wall. And when you're ready, standing split, slow your hands down to your mat. And let your left foot come up towards the ceiling. You have the option, whatever is best for your practice. You can keep your hands on your mat. You can start your bind with your calf. Or if this is too much, just lower your foot down. Really try to keep your hips square. Try not to open your hips here. Inhale, reach your left leg a little higher. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back straight to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. And inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fly your arms, lower your chest to your knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chest to knee. Fly. Inhale, open, really open your chest. Exhale, fly your arms. Inhale, lift your arms, listen for change. Exhale, fly. Bend your right knee. And when you're ready, come to your warrior 3. Stack your hip over your ankle. Press your heel towards the back wall. If you want to keep your hands heart center, that's okay. We can have our arms fly here, whatever works for you. Exhale, standing splits. Lower your head towards your mat and let your body, the weight, the pendulum of your body, really reach your right foot up towards the ceiling. Once again, find that same variation as you did on your other side. And when you're ready, lower your right foot to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat and curl. Bring your hips to your heels, chest to your thighs, forehead to your knees. Release any compression in your back. Take a moment to find your breath. Being inverted can cause your heart rate to kind of rise there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Our last flow of class. So make it count, keep your elbows in, stay strong here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, bring your right knee to your right elbow. And sit your hips back. You do have a block, that's great. Let's set this up together. If not, that's okay. And if this is too much, we can always flip, you can always flip open or over onto your back for a figure 4 stretch. So go ahead, start to settle your hips. Use your block to really help press your chest up and open. Look back over your left shoulder. Make sure that your foot is straight behind you. And when you're ready, start to settle. If you're feeling too much in your hips, or if this is hurting your knee, utilize your blocks. Or if you have a blanket or a pillow, you need to press it underneath your right hip to kind of keep you lifted. That's okay. And when you're ready, you can start to put your pigeon to sleep. Walk your hands forward. Allow your body to slow down. As you breathe, send your breath deep into your lungs, deep into your core, deep into your hips. Go ahead and melt back into your mat. Really allow your body to just slow down, to start to surrender. We'll be here for a few more breaths. And when you're ready, remove your block. Walk your hands back towards your torso, tuck your back toe, and when you're ready, press your feet up and back to a three-legged dog. Find a hip opener. You can find a few knee circles. Roll your foot out. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, pigeon on the left. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Once again, slowly find your hips coming closer to your mat. You can grab your block here if it's accessible, or if you don't, that's okay. Just walk your fingertips towards you. Glance over your right foot, or your right shoulder, back at your right foot. Make sure your leg's straight behind you. You can always pick up your toes, your knee, slide your hips back even further. As you inhale, open through your chest. And when you're ready, go ahead and put your pigeon to sleep. This side may be tight or quite the opposite of your other side, and that's okay. It's very rare that you're balanced on both sides. We can always identify what we need to do and where we need to go. Use your breath to allow your hips to settle toward your mat. Feel the opening in your IT band, piriformis. Really start to settle. We'll be here for just a few breaths. When you're ready, remove your block if you have it. Walk your hands back towards your body. Tuck your back toes. Exhale for your three-legged dog. Find a hip opener of your choosing here. You find some hip circles. And we'll fall to your downward facing dog. Gaze towards your hands. Hinge forward to your last high plank. And when you're ready, slowly lower onto your mat. Allow your head to fall to the left. Place your hands down by your sides. Allow your body to just really start to slow down. Bring your forehead to meet your hands, your mat. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. When you're ready, press back to puppy pose. So shift your hips back towards your heels. Lower your shoulders almost to your mat. Really feel the opening on the front side of your chest. Inhale, come up to your tabletop and shift your hips to one side. We're going to press our feet out in front of us. Reach up with your arms, sit high in your chest, flex your toes towards your face. And as you exhale, hinge forward towards your toes. Rather than collapsing your forehead to your shins, we're going to keep a straight, flat back here. Really loosen that compression in our low back. As you inhale, you're going to lift your chest forward towards your toes. And as you exhale, draw your chest almost towards your knees. If this is too much on your knees, you can always bend your knees. If you want to find a pillow, a block, or something to press underneath your knees, that's okay. But as you inhale, you'll lengthen. Exhale, lower your chest to your knees. Keep your vision towards the top of your mat, really open in your lower back. When you're ready, walk your hands towards your torso, scoot up just a little bit, make sure there's nothing behind you, and make sure you're still on your mat. And when you're ready, reach your hands out in front of you, slowly lower, one vertebrae at a time onto your mat, bring your knees to your chest. Release your right foot out in front of you and pull your right knee around your rib cage towards your shoulder. Flex your toes. Inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, draw your knee closer to your shoulder. Inhale, fill. And exhale, pull. Release your right foot, just your toes on the mat for just a few seconds. Shift your hips about 3 inches to the right. And when you're ready, draw your right knee across your body. Supine twist. You have the option to reach your arms out side to side. You want to maintain contact with both shoulders on your mat. You want a little extra wringing out of your spine. Gaze right. Allow your right ear to fall towards your mat. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. This time, press your right knee out in front of you. Wrap your left knee up and around towards your shoulder. Fill your stomach and your lungs. Exhale, pull your knee closer to your shoulder. Lower your left foot to your mat. Scoot your hips 3 inches to the left. And when you're ready, draw your knee across your body. Release. When you're ready, bring your knees back to your chest. Give your body one final hug. And when you're ready, find Shavasana. You're more than welcome to stay in this shape for the rest of the night, for the rest of class. Let your eyes flutter shut. Let your feet fall side to side and close your eyes for just a moment. Find peace. Allow yourself to surrender. Allow your breath to slow down. Find a moment to thank your body. Whichever nasal passage seems to be less congested, go ahead and just roll to that side. Stay here for just a moment. And when you're ready, roll on up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Place your hands on your knees, palms open, and close your eyes.
Bring your hands to heart center. Thank your body for what it is capable of, for your health, for this awesome community we can share with. Bring your hands to your third eye. Press your fingers, your thumbs rather, into your forehead. Thank you all for joining me this night, this Saturday night, and thank everybody just for being here. The light, love, and teacher within me honors and sees the light, love, and teacher within every single one of you. I thank you. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Okay, bye.